Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Medium's Table. I'm your host, Michelle Gardner. This podcast is your personal invitation to join me at the intersection of the everyday and the extraordinary. Together, we'll explore the magic of mediumship, share spiritual stories, and connect with fellow mediums on this incredible journey. So grab a seat, pour yourself a cuppa, and come join us at the Medium's Table, where spirits gather and stories unfold. Disclaimer, just a heads up to all our lovely followers. Our social media is a space where we share personal stories, including those of various mediums. Let's keep the vibe positive and respect each other's beliefs. Every journey is unique, and here we celebrate the diversity of experiences. I'd like to welcome to the show medium, Ghostbuster, tarot reader, house reader, palm reader, paranormal investigator. If I miss a healer, have I missed anything out? Julie, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Julie.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Oh, and another month has rolled around again. So please tell the viewers and listeners what this segment is.
Okay, this segment is messages the world needs to hear right now. Right now.
Exactly.
Which means I'm going to go into trance, and the message coming out that I will speak will be for what the world needs to hear right now. And wherever you are in the world, whenever you encounter the message, it's going to be the right time, the right message for you.
Yeah. And now means whether it's your day, week, month, year, whatever that date, day, time is, that is your now. That's when the message is for you.
When it reaches you, is the time.
And that's what's most important. And take the time to truly absorb the message, sit quietly, listen, feel into it. If you feel you need to take notes, do so. If not, that's perfectly okay, because it will vibrate and resonate and settle within you wherever it needs to.
It's true. I believe that some of it's just the energy that comes through. I think healing gets sent. If that's what you're needing, you may feel peaceful, and not the words just kind of wash through you. So
yeah. And at times, I just want to say for the viewers and listeners, really tune in to sometimes the voice that comes through you. You can start to get a feeling when you start to really tune in. Does it feel like an otherworldly being? At times I've heard you speak like an elemental, and you just get this feel for the energy. Sometimes it's angelic, and it's always a surprise, isn't it?
It is. And sometimes there'll be more than one voice. You can hear the voice kind of change throughout the session. So.
Yeah. I think that actually has happened in the very first recording we did of this, which was probably 3 months ago now, I want to say 3 months ago, because we do this at the beginning of every month. So you could hear then the different tonality, even the way the words were spoken changed halfway through the message, which was really interesting.
Yes. And physically, I feel a change. I'm not always conscious to remember that I felt it, but I'll feel a change in my body when they change out. Yeah.
Yeah. And for those that don't know, trance is like a state of deep, what would you say, like you're going into an altered state of consciousness.
Yes.
Where you become open to allow the spirit world, other beings, otherworldly beings, should I say, to come through and give messages.
Right. My intention is always to work with the highest vibration and to bring the messages in a healing way that are needed right now.
Yeah.
Someone's out there.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now is, if you've watched previous episodes of this, and if not, if this is your first time here, welcome. You're in for a treat. And I'm going to allow Julie time to quieten her mind and just settle down and go into that altered state. But I'm going to cut that part out because, as Julie has mentioned previously, it's like watching someone meditate. There's not a great deal happening to, in that short time frame. And for the listeners, it's a whole bunch of silence. So not much going on. So we'll just cut to the good part.
Sounds good.
Okay, take it away, Julie.
All right. Greetings, earthly souls. We many have come to make contact this day. We appreciate your gathering attention and willingness to interact with us. We understand your world is going through much growth and expansion. We realize for many, this is causing uncertainty and stress. There are many distractions in your day from your spiritual paths and your growth and evolution to expressing your divine truth. Ultimately, this is your purpose, your reason for being upon earth. We understand many have focused on past lives and karma as reasons for being upon earth. Understand each of you is a divine expression, an expression of divine spirit, each different, yet part of the same unity. Focusing upon expressing that divinity in your life is your truth. This is all paths being different, yet similar. Many great healers and evolved beings share exciting adventures. Their stories so varied and unusual. And yet, there are many among the world's commonalities in the way that humans look at religions is the way these paths are being considered. Understand, humans are focused upon these differences. Focusing upon the differences draws them apart, isolates, and brings about feelings of loss. Things like when or who one worships. Things like race or gender. Focusing upon these differences creates gaps that seem unable to cross. If you made a list to compare all the things two humans have in common. That list is infinite, as it is very little that makes the differences between one human and another, even when they appear drastically different. They are more the same. So instead of focusing upon these superficial or even unnecessary differences, focus upon your own discovery of divinity and finding that in others. You know, sworn enemies, when confronted with a common danger, are able to unite for survival. Likewise, when confronted with a common love, they are able to unite for that love. The truth we are working toward is sharing and understanding that only love exists. All else is distraction from your truth, your essence. The whole vibration of connection. In connecting from one heart to another, an energetic strength builds among those embodied souls. As this becomes sustained, it lifts up all who are connected. In this way, the strength grows. This power grows in unity, not in separation. In knowing that our lots are cast together, we can know that all earth beings, humans, animals, and beyond, all beings in all worlds shall unite, can unite in this strength, which begins simply with aligning oneself for moments, even with their truth and divinity, and connecting, supporting all others. Each may find ways to live a life expressing this divinity, expressing this unity for their individual soul growth and those of their companions on all worlds. Oh, the joys which come from connecting. Even now we feel so excited. This is a very active and exciting time for our entire universe. There are so many gathering among and around this galaxy to look upon, support, and understand the growth and ascension which humanity is currently creating. We, upon the outskirts, send our love and support. You may feel this in your own heart mind. You may hear us as destructive thoughts enter your mind or distract you from your desired path. We shall help and encourage each individual and all together to confront and dispel the negativity or distractions so that peace and healing can be built and realized among all expressions of spirit. We thank you for your courage and devotion, for listening and considering alternatives to what might be your only experience. Gentle souls, we are here with you, in love with you. We send you healing thoughts. Thank you, friends.
Welcome back, Julie.
Yeah,
That was very interesting.
it was. I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
Big chills. It felt very different. So peaceful and strong, right?
It was
And
a powerful message.
something made a lot of sense. Like I felt it click in my body, like, whoa, that makes sense. I'm not sure I understand it yet, but it makes sense.
Well, I took a few notes, as I do, for discussion now after the event. So they did talk a lot about growth and expansion for all, and obviously, as we know what's happening in the world now, there are many things that are unfolding in many different countries, but uncertainty and stress, being distracted, but to focus on unity, to focus on the positives of what we do have in common rather than what we don't have in common, race, religion, and so forth. Instead of focusing on that, focus on what do we have in common? As human to human, soul to soul, there's so much more that we have in common divinely. And so they spoke about that. Instead of focusing on the issues and the negative differences between one another, focus on self, seeing the good in yourself, but also seeing the goodness in each other, finding the common ground as love, as a unity, and not separate. Now, unity also then brings about strength, truth, divinity, support, which then leads to joy for growth and ascension and healing for all on the earth.
Right.
So there was a lot in that message. And it is so true. So many people, and I'm sure for the viewers and listeners out there, think about people that you talk to regularly. What is their focus? Where are they focused?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how can you make a difference to some of those conversations?
Yes.
Some of the people around you? Could you keep that conversation more positive, more loving, more open, more divine?
Yeah.
And it starts with one person, isn't it? Having that conversation or changing a conversation to see the positives.
Yes. And I think all we can control is ourselves, really. Right.
Absolutely.
So even if you just aren't able to turn it positive all the time, but cannot engage in it.
Yes.
Surround yourself with positive music or movies or, things that are uplifting. It doesn't mean to ignore the things going on. We know there is suffering, and we need to have compassion. We can take action person to person on that. And those things build.
Absolutely.
They have a great power.
Yeah.
It's funny, when I worked in social work, we would talk about how someone have a bad day at work. They get yelled at by their boss. They come home, they yell at their wife yells at the kid kicks the dog. You know what I mean? Like, but that can go the other way too,
Yeah, exactly.
So spreading kindness.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a good something else to remember is a good point would be the change you want to see in other people, or be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you do have control over yourself. You have control over your actions, your thoughts, your choices. It's practice for some people. If you're not familiar with it, or you're not, you're not used to that, it is practice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very, very possible and doable.
And we're all human, so it's always practice. I mean, you can find, we're all going to fall down. We're all going to slip up.
Yeah.
And we have to have grace with ourselves and compassion for ourselves and do better next time.
Yeah.
But I don't always have the patience that I wish I had.
Yeah. And the most important,
a lot of reasons.
Yeah. And the most important thing to remember is, how are you going to be? What are your actions and reactions going to be from that moment forward when you do slip up? When you do have a moment.
Right.
What's going to come next? Because that's your choice.
What can you learn from it? What can others learn? Yeah. Agreed.
Absolutely. Yeah. Wow. Very powerful message, very powerful. And I'm sure the viewers and listeners will take something completely different from that. And that's what the messages are. That's what it's all about. That's what the messages are about, is what resonates for you. What part do you hear the most? What part stands out and really speaks to you?
And when is it coming into your life? What's happening for you now, whenever your now is, and how is it speaking?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
Trusting the timing and synchronicity that the universe has a wisdom we don't necessarily understand.
Yeah. And when the universe speaks, it very much pays to listen.
It does. Because listening is the beginning. After that, you might get a slap inside the head.
Exactly.
Never happened to me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Never, ever.
Never,
totally
ever.
Not speaking from experience.
Completely not.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Julie, and your team once again. And I'm just going to quickly throw in there as well. I love the change that happened about 3/4 of the way through that, when that spirit then started talking about the joy, how you could feel and hear the excitement through your voice. I love that.
It felt like a different being. Actually, when I first went into trance, the voice that came through, I saw all these other beings, like they were speaking for all these other beings that are just gathered to help, watch, learn. I mean, I think that they have a whole array or spectrum of their own development connection to what Earth is going through.
Yeah.
They all have their own mission.
Yeah. And there's always so much more happening behind the scenes than what we could ever fathom or comprehend. Ever.
Indeed. Indeed. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Julie. And again, for those that are listening and watching, please allow yourself time to fully focus and absorb this message into every part of your being to truly understand and feel that benefit for yourself.
Yeah.
Julie, where can people find you?
Oh, well, I'm everywhere. See it clearly.
Oh, infinite.
I'm on Facebook at Medium at Large.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a website that has the same name that you'll put in the credits,
description.
Right?
Yeah, I'll put that all in the description.
All the particulars.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much, Julie. And I look forward to, we all look forward to seeing you and your team back again, if not beforehand, next month.
Yes.
To see what messages the spirit world has for us next.
I think it's going to be really interesting to look back once we have months pass and see how it's changed, right?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is. It's always exciting. Always an adventure. Every day is an adventure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. To view the show notes, head over to themediumstable.com.au. If you want to watch these episodes, head over to our YouTube channel, The Medium's Table Podcast.